Hello everyone. Welcome. Today is an historic day, and I'd like to introduce the master ceremony, and we're going to begin. I would like to introduce our governor, Andrew Cuomo. Ruben Diaz Jr., former Bronx Borough President. And Teamsters President Ruben Floyd. I'd like to welcome once again everyone here today. We have some dignitaries in the room today I'd like to introduce. We have New York State Assemblywoman Ruben Tapia. And we have from Queensbridge Houses, Bishop Taylor. And today we have our executive board here today. We have reporting secretary, Jeanette Tavares. We have trustees, Curtis Scott. We have trustee, Eddie Carenza. And not here today, we have our vice president, Ruben Torres, and Kathy. It is now my pleasure to introduce our president, Gregory Floyd.
Hello, everyone. The great man once said, there are only two rules to be successful. One, figure out what you want to do, and two, do it. That man was Mario Cuomo, our former governor. Which brings us to why we're here today. His son, Andrew Cuomo, has been very successful at getting things done. Just look at some of his accomplishments. The most ambitious infrastructure program in the country that included rebuilding LaGuardia and JFK airports, opening a new Moynihan train station, expanding the 2nd Avenue subway, building the new Mario Cuomo and Kosciuszko Bridge. I was there to kick off many of these great projects. I even had the shovel to prove it. Andrew Cuomo has always supported working families. He's got passed into law the most comprehensive paid family leave policy in the nation. And the historic $15 minimum wage. On issues of crime and public safety, Andrew Cuomo helped to pass the nation's strongest gun violence prevention laws and instituted a fairer criminal justice system. For education, Andrew Cuomo has made an historic investment in education that has resulted in more high school graduates than ever before. He provided free college tuition for New York's middle class, which increased college enrollment substantially. On healthcare, Andrew Cuomo has more than 1 million previous uninsured New Yorkers. He's added them to health insurance plans. Andrew Cuomo also made sure to protect women's health care by putting into law a woman's right to choose 2 years before the Supreme Court took that right away, overturning Roe v. Wade. And thanks to Andrew Cuomo, basic human rights issues like marriage equality were safeguarded into law. Because of Andrew Cuomo and our economy flourished, during his time in office, the state had its highest credit rating in 40 years. Unemployment was down in every part of the state. And for a solid decade, state pending was kept, and for a solid decade, state pending was kept under 2% cap. Taxes were lowered for the middle class. A permanent cap on property taxes was created. The state taxes were lowered. Corporate and manufacturing taxes were the lowest levels in decades. Businesses thrived. And can anyone forget the darkest days of COVID? We can't, right? But one thing we can't remember, it was his voice, his steady hand, the sense that someone was in charge, that helped lead the state and nation. I can't go anywhere in this country and say, how's that Andrew Cuomo? He got me through COVID. It was must-see TV. It is because of these accomplishments and a proven track record, Teamsters Local 237 proudly endorses Andrew Cuomo for mayor. He knows what we need, we trust him to get things done. Thank you. Former President Ruben Diaz Jr.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Hay cariño, no hay cariño. Hay cariño, no hay cariño. I bring you all greetings from God's country, the Boogie Out Bronx. First of all, let me just thank your President Reggie Floyd for all the years of friendship, for all that you do on a daily basis. Let me thank all of you in the union for everything that you do for New Yorkers and beyond. Special shout out to those of you who are at night shift. I know all too well what you go through. See, I have a brother, my older brother, Sammy, has been at NYCHA for about 30 years. And a couple of years ago, he literally almost lost his life working in the same field, in the same building that we all work. So give yourself a strong round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, New York City is at a pivotal moment right now. We're not here just to rally. We're here because this is a serious conversation. At this moment in time, New York City needs a steady hand. Somebody who is a strong leader to deal with the issues that we face in our own homes, in our streets, in our city, and even nationally. Now that I'm a recovering politician, I have no time for myself to be out and about. When I go to the gym, when I go to the supermarket, when I'm at the cleaners, or in my building, and I speak to the folks that are my neighbors, I walk away with a profound sense that they feel that they have high anxiety about where our city is at. And even more so, the fact that they feel like our future is a bleak one. Unless we do something. We have to do something. Well, I'm here today because I'm doing something. I'm here today to say that like my community, like my neighbors, that steady hand is Andrew Cuomo. Let me be clear for the media. I stand here today wholeheartedly, 100% endorsing Andrew Cuomo to be the next mayor of the city of New York. Now let me tell you why. This is not something that I just feel. It's something that I know. It is not hyperbole when I speak about Andrew. I've had, as a former president, a first row seat in seeing what he's capable of. In the Boogie Down Bronx, when so many people were talking about electoral law stations, or 4 electoral law stations in the late 1960s, we were able to count on Cuomo to get it done. And those train stations are being built right now. When the Brooklyn-Sheridan interchange was something that was bandied about for 3 or 4 decades, we was able to count on Andrew Cuomo to get it done. The largest infrastructure project, $1.8 billion that the Bronx has ever seen. When my beloved Orchard Beach needed a makeover, we counted on Cuomo to get us millions of dollars, and it's being made over right now. When we needed hundreds of millions of dollars for affordable housing, it was an agency at the state level, and the fact that we could count on Cuomo to get it done, and we've seen tens of thousands of units of housing that was built under the time that I was there as the borough president. And I don't know, ladies and gentlemen, if he can kick 60 bars like I can. I love hip-hop. I'm from the birthplace of hip-hop. But when we needed our museum, we could count on Cuomo, who gave us almost $1 million. You see, Andrew's amazing in that when he sees a problem, he gives it attention, he analyzes it, and he addresses it. Para aquellos que hablan español, yo soy un niño del Bronx, mis padres son de Puerto Rico. Para todos los latinos, te quiero decir que nosotros tenemos que apoyar a Andrew Cuomo. Yo camino con Cuomo porque él cada vez ha enseñado cuando cuenta que él está con nosotros. Como puertorriqueño no solamente lo hizo una vez, ni 2 veces, pero 3 veces, déjenme explicar. Cuando Puerto Rico sufrió durante el crisis económico, fue Cuomo que abrió una oficina de desarrollo económico ahí en el viejo San Juan para que ellos puedan traer productos aquí a Nueva York y mejorar la economía allá en Puerto Rico. Durante el huracán de María, mi y agua que nosotros recaudamos no pudo llegar a Puerto Rico si no fuera por Cuomo. Durante los terremotos, él fue el que llevó ingenieros y recursos de aquí para poder ayudar a mis tías, a mis primos y todos nuestros familiares. Eso para mí vale mucho. Eso no se puede olvidar. For those of you who are bilingually challenged, what I said in the nutshell is that time and time again, Cuomo has answered the clarion call. This is an election that's about real issues and about where we go and who we are. This shouldn't be about finger pointing. This is about a time for us to come together and heal our city. We need to save our city. Our city is in crisis. And I'm here to say that when you have a crisis, you need a crisis manager. And ladies and gentlemen, that person is the next mayor of the city of New York, our very own Andrew Cuomo.
Thank you. Are there any Teamsters in the house? Yeah! Are there any Teamsters in the house? Thank you, thank you. It's my pleasure to be here. And this is, there's a lot going on today, and it's emotional for me. First, former Borough President Ruben Diaz. This endorsement means so much to me because he means so much to me. I have the highest respect for you and what you have done as an elected official. Ruben Diaz Jr. was in government, assemblyman and then borough president. But he wasn't like most politicians who are there just to be there and there to take the next step and there to come and cut ribbons and shake hands and curry favor. He was there to do something. He was there to do something for you. He was there to deliver for the people of the Bronx and make a difference in their life. And that's what government was supposed to be about. It was not about talking, it was not about debating, arguing, it was about doing, helping people. Love being here today with the Teamsters. You are the Democratic Party. You are the working women and men of New York. You are what the Democratic Party is all about. Helping you. And that was Ruben Diaz. Now we talked about all the things that we did. We bring time to say I did, because as Ruben Diaz coming from this side, pushing. But you know what? I respect that. Bronx Sharon Expressway you mentioned. Many of you may not be familiar with it. They talked about that project since my father was governor, which takes you back to the 80s, in the early 90s. That's how long they were talking about it. But he said we can actually get it done. And he's got it done. He made it happen. Orchard Beach, everybody told him we're going to do better, nothing happened. He did it. He accomplished. He's a fighter for the people who gets things done. And that to me is everything. Those are the elements. Willing to fight for the people, and he gets things done. Thank you so much for your endorsement. The President Gregory Floyd, he's one of the great labor leaders. You're lucky to have him, but he's a powerhouse across this city and state. Let's give him a big round of applause. Reverend Taylor, thank you for having us, sir. Give him a round of applause. And as Ruben said, and Greg said, the city is in crisis. You feel it wherever you go. You don't have to read statistics, you don't have to read a report. You walk up and down the street, you go to the subway, you feel in your chest, your instincts, those New York instincts, tell you we're in trouble. You see the crime, you walk down into the subways, you see what's going on in the subways, you see the graffiti, you see the grime, you feel the city is out of control. And it is at a tipping point. We had COVID. Post-COVID, you know what? People don't have to be here. I can go Zoom and remote work. I can be anywhere. I can move. So they have to want to be here. And when the city is in trouble, people start to leave. We lost 500,000 people in New York City in 5 years. 500,000 people. Because they're saying New York is too expensive, I can't afford it, it's too difficult, or it's too dangerous.
Politics.
Well, how did we get to this situation? Maybe God did it. Brought down a curse upon New York.
You.
I don't think so. We all go to church, we're God's young people. I think we're in good shape on that. It wasn't an act of God. It was an act of government, or more specifically, the lack of intelligent action by government. We have city officials, some of them now running for mayor. I'll tell you the three dumbest words a government official can say. Cut police funding. Cut police funding. And that's what they said. Over and over and over again. That was the politics. Was it smart? Was it for you? Was it good policy? No, but that was good politics. Cut police funding. Cut $1 billion from police funding. And now you have thousands fewer police officers, and you're surprised what is crime. We did it, no one else. I'll tell you the next three dumbest words. Cut school safety. And they did it. Your membership in 2019, 5,400 in school safety. You know what it is today? 3,000. It has been a pervasive movement and attitude and politics that has moved away from public safety, and public safety is job one, because nothing works without public safety. You're not going to attract businesses, you're not going to attract tourists, nothing works without public safety. And they forgot that lesson all across the board. Nobody likes to enforce rules. But if you don't enforce rules, you have chaos. And that's what you see out there right now. We also have an affordability crisis. If you're middle class, working families, you can't afford to live here. It's getting more and more unaffordable. And the greatest cost is housing. And the cost of housing is going through the roof. So what do? Build more affordable housing, right? That's the answer. Increase the supply. But they can't figure out how to do it. You know what? Building affordable housing really isn't that hard. You take a brick, you take another brick, put a little cement. Then you take another brick and put it on top of the brick you just placed, and you put a little more cement and another brick. It's not that hard. We did it. You did it. NYCHA, 170,000 units. The largest public housing authority in the United States of America. Most of the buildings built between 1945 and 1965. Queensbridge, 1939. Queensbridge was built. 1939. Williamsburg, 1935. We knew how to do it then, but we don't know how to do it now? No. We know how to do it. It's what Ruben said. We don't have the drive. We don't have the leadership. We don't have the confidence. We're not willing to fight for it. We're not willing to get up and do what we know we can do. Government just isn't working. It's just not providing the service. It's not happening. And that's what's got to change. Government has to lead once again. Because when government leads, there is nothing that New Yorkers can do. Nothing. We just have to have the leadership to empower the people of this city to do what only you can do. That's why I'm running for mayor. That's why I thank you.